So you think you might have found this perfect remote job that's in the travel industry. You're going to get free travel and make money and have all the time in the world, but most likely it's a scam. And we're going to tell you all about it right now. So if you think you found the perfect remote job for traveling, stay tuned.
Hey guys, it's Paul and Natasha with Nomadic-AF. Today we're going to be talking about a whole industry that is preying on digital nomads and travel lovers with these work from anywhere travel agent gigs. Now most of these travel things are scams.
Yeah, they really are.
Not all of them, but
not
a
all
lot.
of them, but a lot of them are. And we're going to tell you how to tell the two apart. So we're going to look into where you're going to find these scams, the terminology they use, the name of the companies and the companies that they hide behind for legitimacy.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about how not to get caught up in this. We're also going to give you a real eye-opener into what people who are doing this are actually making money-wise. And
It'll surprise you.
it will surprise you. It's pretty bad. So let's get started.
So first off, we're going to talk about some common places you'll see travel job scams.
Yeah, and most of it's just on social media ads. Like, once you're in the algorithm for digital nomadism and traveling and everything, you're going to get a bunch of ads, and it's going to go through your algorithm and for people who are looking for travel agents to work
I
for
personally
them.
get a lot of
I
these
get a
through
lot
social
of
media
them.
ads.
Yep,
Yeah.
a lot of them. So social media ads, you'll see it a lot in.
Yeah, you also see job listing sites like Indeed or Glassdoor. These scams are disguised as legitimate travel jobs, and anybody can post on these sites, and they're really taking advantage
Yeah,
of
they
it.
really look like legitimate job postings. They really do. Any other travel blogs that you follow? Like if you have some really good creators that you like a lot, their websites or blogs, they are probably pitching travel remote jobs, travel agent remote jobs.
Yeah, and some of them are scams and some of them aren't, and we'll cover how
Yeah.
you can identify which ones are scams later on in the video.
Yeah.
Another common place that you see these travel job scams is through influencer promotion.
Yeah, and we see a lot of that on TikTok. Like, this is how I make money traveling, and they're just
So companies like mine literally provide you a business in a box. You get training, your credentials, website, access to all the suppliers. We are whole of market.
building their downline is what it's called. So
It's basically an MLM.
it is. It is an MLM. It is an MLM scam. Most of them are, and we'll tell you how we know this. And the last way you're going to see these scams is sadly from like family and friends and fellow travelers. Like, they're not trying to scam you. They're just kind of caught up in it right now. They're trying to build up their downline, building.
Hi guys, my name is Haley. I am an independent travel agent. I am my own boss. I work for myself. So if you are interested, I do have more information for you. So stay tuned.
Yeah, they've been scammed already,
They've already
and
been
they want
scammed.
someone else in the same boat as them.
Yeah, well, they're not trying to be deceptive or mean about it. They're just trying to build their line so they can make some money. But they really need educated to let them know
Some
that
of them might not even know, though, that they are even
they
part
probably,
of this.
They probably don't.
So there are a lot of common buzzwords and phrases to look out for if you're worried about getting hooked up in these travel scam jobs.
Yeah, it's only these MLMs use these phrases. Legitimate jobs, you will not hear this terminology. So a lot of times what you're going to hear with these travel at home, work from home travel agent scams is going to be like, earn money when you travel, or be your own boss and set your own hours, stuff like that. Yeah.
Passive income
Yeah,
is
that's
a
a
really,
big one.
really huge one.
Yeah, you won't see legitimate travel agent jobs doing passive income. The passive income is from recruiting other people. That's where your passive income.
Yeah.
So no real legitimate travel agency is going to do that.
And no real job is going to have passive income
No.
because it's going to not be passive.
No, exactly. No experience required is another big buzzword to look out for, because travel agents want you to be experienced, at least in their software and stuff. I mean,
Any job wants you to have experience.
right. Unlimited earning potential is another. Like a real job, you have a salary and you make commission.
Yeah.
What they're saying unlimited is you recruit others to do what you're doing and you make commissions off of them. So it is unlimited, but unrealistic.
Unrealistic.
Yeah, yeah.
It should be changed. So
Yeah.
unrealistic earning potential.
Yeah.
Also, work from home lifestyle. They kind of
that's
play
a
on that.
yeah, that's a big buzzword right now. Work from home, work from anywhere, as long as they don't say office.
Yeah.
Real travel agents work out of an office, or
Work
they have
from
a
the beach.
yeah, exactly. Sign up now and start earning. That's another one to get you really into it. Like, I know everybody wants to get on this nomadic lifestyle and they want to start today, but if they tell you sign up and start earning, it's a
It's
scam.
not a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. So be your own boss is another really big one.
Yeah.
It's just not.
When they say that, what they mean is it's up to you to recruit and do everything. You are your own boss because you have no help
Yeah,
whatsoever.
the amount of money you make is dependent on how much you work.
Yep. And another one, like they have these travel for free or travel at huge discounts. They have these travel ID cards these places give you, which a travel agency is not going to give you.
Yeah.
Now, if you were a real travel agent at a real travel agency, you would get free or discount travel. But that's not one of the perks that they're offering you. They're offering you a salary. This doesn't offer you a salary, so they have to offer you like free travel, which is a myth. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Build a team or building a team is another part of this travel job scam.
Yes, if it were a real job, you would be the new team member, and you would be coming on and being trained. When somebody tells you you're going to build a team, that means you have to get out and recruit people like you to be travel agents that work from home.
Yeah.
So direct sales or stuff like that, that is also going to be a big keyword. That means you're selling direct. These travel agents, these travel packages
Residual
direct.
income.
Residual income is the same. Anytime you hear these buzzwords, just heighten up a little bit and take a bit of a deeper look into it.
Yeah, or just scroll on
Just
past.
scroll on past.
So next we want to look at some common company names to look out for because they're not entirely forthcoming.
Exactly.
I am a travel agent part-time and I run my side hustle, my travel business under a travel host, and I'm here to tell you all the pros of running your travel business under a travel host
So
agency.
a lot of times when someone approaches you, they may have a company name like Julie's Travel LLC or Travel the World LLC. That's not who you're signing up with. Eventually, you'll get down to the contracts where the company name is on the contract, and that's what you'll want to look out for. So up front, ask exactly what company am I working for, and if any of these company names come up, you might want to take a second thought. So for the first one, it's Archer Travel is the legitimate travel agency company.
So if you get hired through them,
You're probably working
a
a
real job.
Evolution Travel is the MLM branch of Archer. So if it's Archer, dig a little deeper. If it's Evolution, just run.
Yeah.
Evolution is going to charge you upfront fees, monthly fees. They're going to make you recruit people before you can even get any money at all from your travel packages.
Yeah.
And this is not, so a real travel agency, you're going to be paid a salary. You don't have to pay them to work for them.
You should never pay someone to work for them.
So as of filming, it costs a startup cost of $50 to start your own travel agency. You should never have to pay.
Yeah.
And there is a monthly fee of like $70 for this.
So you're already in the hole before you even started this job.
And you'll most likely not make any money out of it. So if you see Archer or Evolution, that's one that you need to look out for.
Absolutely. So the next one is InteleTravel. Now, InteleTravel handles all the bookings and they're the legitimate business. Below them is PlanNet Marketing. So watch out for the words PlanNet Marketing.
Yeah, that PlanNet is the MLM side of InteleTravel. InteleTravel does all the bookings. PlanNet recruits people to send them the bookings. So again, if you're just, the main job is to recruit people to sell bookings, it's an MLM. That's it. If the job is to sell travel packages, you're a travel agent. If it's to recruit, it's an MLM or a pyramid scheme.
Yep.
Now, InteleTravel hires people. PlanNet recruits. And to start with PlanNet, it's a startup cost of like $180.
That's insane. Yeah, they also have monthly fees
They-
for like $40 a
Yeah,
month.
40 bucks. So right there, the first month, you're in the whole like $220.
Yeah, you haven't even started this
You haven't even
dream travel
started.
job,
Yeah,
and
you're
in the
out
hole.
money. Yeah,
Yeah.
that $220 could have bought you a ticket somewhere. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And you're already in the hole.
It's really upsetting.
Yeah, so InteleTravel and PlanNet, if you hear these, start looking a little closer.
So another legitimate travel agency is Travello, and you'll see these a lot. But if you see them, you might want to do a little more digging
Yeah.
because they do a lot of rebranding with their travel job scam
Yes.
subsidiaries.
Yeah. So some of the MLMs that kick off that are underneath Travello are like Traverus, Global, or Extreme Travel.
Yeah.
But they have to keep rebranding because they get this terrible press, then they shut down the MLM side and they rebrand it as something else.
This is why it's so important to research the companies that you are gonna potentially be working for.
Right. So if you see Traverus, Extreme, Travello, World Holdings,
Dig a little deeper.
Dig a little deeper. And in addition to being a scam and a MLM and pyramid scheme, they have huge startup costs. You know what I mean? It's going to cost you $150 just to sign the paper that says you'll work for them.
Yeah.
No real legitimate company does that. They've got monthly fees of $50.
Yeah, and they have an annual fee also for whatever reason.
So-
$99 annual
No kidding.
fee. Yeah.
So what's that? $250, $350. I mean, you're $400 into it when you sign the paper.
And these are people that are looking for jobs like you, and you're probably already stressed about money, and then to start your job by paying, it's just ridiculous.
It is. So Travello, Traversus, and Extreme.
Extreme. So another common company that's known for these travel job scams is going to be Verona. They do have a bunch of different subsidiaries, and they change them pretty regularly through rebranding and stuff. So you want to definitely look at Verona or any of their subsidiaries like WorldVenture or
DreamTrips.
DreamTrips. Yeah, they'll
yep.
sometimes say formally DreamTrips as well.
And the way to know, again, that these are travel scams, not legitimate travel jobs, is the large buy-in, right? So WorldVentures or DreamTrips, they're going to ask for like a $200 enrollment fee.
Yeah, they also have a monthly fee of like $100.
That's insane because after 6 months, you're $1,000 in the hole. And you're not going to make any money selling vacation packages. And the only way you're going to make even $1 is to recruit other people into this scam.
Never pay money to get a job.
Right, it doesn't make sense. So look out for Verona, WorldVentures, and DreamTrips.
Yeah.
All right, the last one we're going to mention to look out for is, again, they change their names all the time. So it used to be YTB, Your Travel Biz. Now they changed it to Surge 365. Like, again, this is just another MLM, and in order to make any money, you have to recruit other people like you.
Yeah, these rotating business names is a good sign that there's something off.
Yeah.
The startup fees for this one are almost $450 right
That's
up front.
insanity.
Yeah.
They have a monthly fee also of $50. So the first month, you're in $500. That is our rent for a month in Mexico.
Yeah, you should never be paying
Never
that much.
pay. Again, this is YTB or Travel Biz or Surge 365.
Yeah,
So keep an eye out.
beware. So now we're going to talk about some earning potential that you can have with these travel job scams. Now, you're not making money through selling travel. You're
Right.
making money by recruiting more people to sell travel.
Right. And there's only so many people going on vacation. So eventually the whole pool is diluted with more agents, more travel agents than travelers. But these companies, you're not going to make any money. So we pulled up the income that these companies are paying out to their agents. And it is a lot less than you're thinking.
It's not significant.
Nope. So let's take a look at this income that these agents are making.
Yeah.
All right, so these are from the own company's disclosure forms. So anytime you see somebody saying, well, this agent makes 10 grand a month, great. So one person out of 1,000, you know what I mean? Whenever they're telling you these stories, it's not the whole story. So this is from the own disclosures from the company.
Now remember, teletravel has a startup cost of $179. 77% of InteleTravel people have earned no money at all.
Yeah, and you've already paid your startup costs and monthly fees, and literally 80% don't even make money. And this is a killer. 98% of independent travel agents for Intella average a yearly income of $154.
Now remember, your startup fee was $180. You're paying $40 a month, so you're
Right.
not breaking the bank with this.
Worldwide travel isn't any better. Remember, they have the huge startup cost of $200 a month, right? And 85% of their travel agents either make nothing or operate at a loss.
Yeah,
85%.
also 0.09%. Yes, that's 0.09% of their representatives have made any kind of substantial income at all. We talked about Surge 365 as a travel job scam, and it definitely is because only 70%, so only 30% of people have earned anything. Income at all.
Right, and the average income for all independent travel agents for Surge 365 for the whole year is less than $500.
And remember, their startup fee for Surge 365 is $449. So you're making pennies.
Nothing. In a whole year, you're making $50, and you're recruiting all your friends and trying. It's
and
bad.
That's not including the monthly fees they have too.
Right. So the last one for the YTB, your travel biz. This is a crazy one. So remember, their startup cost was $450 with a $50 monthly fee, right?
Yeah.
So get this, 99% of all independent travel agents make less than $10 a week.
Yeah, you're paying for your job.
Yeah, again, these are scams.
So now we're going to talk about some company practices to be wary of if you're looking for travel jobs.
Right, if the travel agent, a remote travel agent, or a real job will not act this way, right? What we're going to discuss is only MLM scams. And a lot of it, like to start with, is a recruitment-based income.
Yeah.
Most of your income is not being made from selling travel packages. It's from recruiting other
Friends
people
and
to
family
sell.
and other travelers.
Yeah, that's how they make their money.
Yeah, there's also high upfront costs or ongoing fees.
Right.
If you have a monthly fee for your job, it's not legitimate.
That's not a legitimate job. You should not have an upfront or a monthly fee. Another is the lack of income potential.
Yeah.
With a real job, your salary is X, the end plus commission.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to guess what your earnings are going to be.
If they say you're going to make as hard as you work, that's probably going to be a scam.
Yeah, there's also if they'll pressure you to upgrade or even buy some of their packages yourself.
Yeah, so right away, that is a red flag. Also, they're going to tell you you don't need experience or accreditation. A real travel agent, it has accreditation through travel agency companies that accredit it, that make sure they know what they're doing.
Yeah, or they will help you get accreditation as well.
These will say you don't need it.
So you'll also see a lot of really vague job descriptions or
Travel agent, travel promoter, travel assistant.
Yeah, and they'll use this enthusiastic language, but the actual description of what you'll be doing is super vague.
Yeah, it'll just be you're recruiting. That's it. Yeah. These mandatory webinars to start up front. If you were in a real job, you're going to go meet with somebody. They're going to sit down and explain to you what you do.
Yeah, there's training.
Yep. In a travel scam, an MLM scam, or a pyramid scheme, it's going to be 1,000 people on one Zoom call, right? Yeah. And then that's the way they weed everybody out to begin with who isn't really into it. So there'll be 1,000 people on the Zoom call to start, and the next Zoom call there'll be 10.
They'll weed it down.
Yep. So that's one way.
They'll also have odd or unofficial email addresses. If someone, for example, is emailing you from a gmail.com account, they're probably not legit.
Yep. If it's travelbyjulia.gmail, run. That's already right. And they're going to ask you for a lot of personal info, like a job isn't going to ask you for bank statements. A job isn't going to ask you for personal info, except for maybe your social.
Yeah, or how to pay you.
How to pay you. But these people want all of your info up front. All right, so this is pretty much all the info you need to know about these travel from home scams or MLM jobs
Yeah.
or pyramid schemes. They're all the same thing. So hopefully you have enough info to know the difference. You don't want to get caught up on this. So if you're still kind of curious, if you see something and you're wondering like, is this legit? There's some
Yeah.
questions you can ask yourself.
Yeah, so if the primary focus of your travel job is recruiting people or getting a downline, setting up a downline for recruiting other people to do the job just like you, it's probably a really good red flag.
Yeah, it's a red flag. Like if there are any upfront costs at all, any monthly fees at all, it's a scam. You do not have to pay somebody to work for them.
If someone is not being upfront with their business name or they are giving unofficial emails or just kind of sketchy type information, it's probably a scam.
Yeah. If they're pressuring you to buy their own packages for yourself, it's probably a scam. Yeah.
So that's it for travel job scams. If you have seen any travel job scams, let us know in the comments below.
Especially if it's a different company name, please let us know so we can let other people know.
We can add them to the list
Yep.
for sure.
So be careful out there. There's a lot of scams focusing on travelers who want to get away from the grind, but do not fall for them.
Don't fall.
Good luck.
Bye.
Lates.